Disney Speedstorm features a variety of different Disney franchises, which is probably one of the game's biggest strengths. In one of my latest videos, we took a closer look specifically on the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit collection and spoke about the drivers, the crew members, their lore and so on. Now Season 7 has released and many things in Speedstorm have changed. Therefore we will today update the information on the Oswald collection and see what exactly has changed. I highly recommend to watch the collection video first, since most of the information is still correct and today's video is only an update to the Season 7 changes. Let's start by talking about the crew member changes. All common crew members have now 2 stats that they boost and all rare crew members 3 instead of the previous 1 and 2. Additionally, all crew members no longer improve fixed values but percentages instead. Previously, those values were plus 200 for 1 stars, plus 350 for 2 stars, plus 450 for 3 stars, 525 for 4 and 600 for 5 stars. This way you could improve strengths and weak spots alike for a driver, and even a 1 or 2 star crew member could already have a significant impact. From Season 7 onwards, crew members will only push a skill between 1 and 5% based on their star level. Admittedly, the crew members push more stats now, but are far less significant. Even a 2-star crew member, for example, can barely now improve a stat around 100, which is far less than what a 1-star crew member in the old system would have been. Overall, crew members in the new system only have a somewhat significant impact on already strong stats, but it is nearly impossible now to improve weak stats of your drivers. This change will certainly be a topic of its own, but we can determine that the crew members in the Oswald collection are now even less effective, since they are so rare and it is so far still impossible to have more than a 1-star crew member unless you spend money on loot boxes in the shop. A cynical person could say that it might help the Oswald collection a little, since a lot of the other collections feel the impact of the weaker crew members even more, since you could easily get 3-star crew members from universal boxes or the daily shop section for legacy and season collections. In any case, common and rare crew members will now barely improve your Oswalds and Hortensias. Epic crew members also got their values slightly adjusted. Previously, epic crew members for epic drivers were a lot stronger than epic crew members for common drivers, for example. Now all epic crew members push the exact same values between 4 and 10%. But let's now take a look at the concrete adjustments for the Oswald crew members. Oswald's epic crew member Fanny Cottontail has been nerfed by the adjustments. While she was previously improving between 5 and 15% of all Oswald stats based on her star level, she's now only improving between 4% and 10%. Otherwise, nothing changed for Fanny. For Hortensia's epic crew member JP Whiskers, on the other hand, absolutely nothing changed. His stat improvements remain exactly the same. Let's now take a look at the rare and common crew members. Camel has previously been improving top speed and handling. He's now additionally improving acceleration, which would make him my go-to crew member in the Oswald collection, since I personally probably value these 3 stats the highest. I didn't mention this in the last video, but an interesting fact about Camel is that he has the exact same name like a crew member from the Aladdin collection. Otherwise, however, they share no similarities. Pretty lazy from Gameloft to not give one of them at least a slightly changed name, to avoid this double booking. Hot Dog has previously been improving top speed and boost. He's now also pushing handling. Lifeguard improved acceleration and combat. He's now additionally improving the boost stat. The mechanical car was previously only improving acceleration. The car is now also pushing boost. Elephant on a bicycle only supported combat, but he's now additionally improving handling. The reluctant horse was previously only a crew member for handling. He's now also boosting the combat stat. The biggest change was probably made to Donkey. He was previously only improving boost, which practically didn't make him viable for any crew member setup. From Season 7 onwards, however, he's also improving top speed. Top speed has probably always been the most important stat in the game. In previous seasons, however, it could still make sense to sometimes use other crew members as well. With the new crew member changes, however, you pretty much always have to choose a top speed crew member and just select between them based on which second and possibly third stat they push and how high their star level is. While in my eyes nothing changed for the realistic crew member setups for Oswald and Hortensia, I would still recommend to go for Camel and Hot Dog if you have a 2 or 3 star Oswald and Hortensias. The only exception would be if you had an epic crew member unlocked, the impact has been improved and you should always prioritize them. In optimal crew member setup, however, Donkey would now replace Lifeguard as my 4th crew member. Lifeguard would admittedly have a bigger impact on the already high acceleration and boost, but the top speed of Oswald and Hortensia is simply the biggest weak spot. Therefore I would clearly put Donkey now over Lifeguard. Something else worth noting regarding crew members. In Season 7, the Disney World and Wall-E collections have a glitch that allows shards for their crew members to appear in the daily shop section, even if you haven't unlocked them yet. This isn't the case for any other collection, so it's fair to assume this was a mistake that probably will be corrected in the future. Can't allow a glitch in the favor of the players after all. Through the glitch, I was able to unlock and upgrade multiple crew members for the Disney World and Wally collections. The glitch unfortunately doesn't affect the Oswald Collection, which makes it, together with the new Muppet Collection, the least viable collection in the entire game. If only Gameloft would do something like the glitch, but on purpose. The direct changes to drivers can be addressed pretty briefly. The speed of Oswald's charged unique ability has been reduced by 10%. Hortensia's unique, on the other hand, wasn't altered. Additionally, Oswald and Hortensia's top speed at level 50 has been reduced. The last one is a really weird change, since it, according to the Gameloft pit stop, only affects level 50 Oswald and Hortensia's, of which there cannot be many out there. Nonetheless, the nerfs seem pretty uncalled for. Oswald and Hortensia already have relatively low top speed and therefore already got nerfed by the crew member changes. At the end of the day, it only affects level 50s, but still seems totally unjustified. And I personally also don't think the nerf to Oswald's unique was necessary. Oswald is a solid racer and his charged unique is probably his best asset. I can understand why they reduced the charged unique ability of Aladdin by 10% for example, but considering that Oswald is not as strong as Aladdin, they should have just left it as it was. That being said, Oswald's charged unique ability still remains rather good, even though a little less efficient. Another big change was the upgrade system. Previously, only driver shards determined the star level of your driver, and driver levels were apart from the level limits independent of those. A 1-star driver, for example, could level till level 15, a 2-star till 25, a 3-star till 35, a 4-star to 45, and a 5-star to 50. If you got enough shards, you could reach the next star level, which automatically gave your drivers hidden stat boosts and unlocked additional crew member slots. You could, for example, have a level 1 5-star driver with 4 crew member slots. With the new level system, this is no longer possible. Every 10 level you gain a star level for your driver, but you need to upgrade those levels in order to access the next star level and its advantages. The amount of shards required between level 1 and level 50 remains identical. Unique upgrade materials of every collection, however, and the many other shared upgrade materials, like the various energy cans, have been deleted from the game and instead been exchanged for one universal upgrade material called upgrade coins. Let's now make a very short supplement to the unique upgrade materials of the Oswald collection from the last video. I had been explaining the origins of the 4 rare upgrade materials and also Hortensia's unique epic upgrade material, which I included in the last minute to the previous video. Shortly after the start of Season 7, however, it was also revealed what Oswald's unique epic upgrade material was. It was the lifeguard badge Oswald got by bribing Lifeguard in the movie All Wet. But as mentioned before, all unique Oswald upgrade materials have been converted into upgrade coins now. Till around level 35, these upgrade coins are rather inexpensive, at least relatively speaking. But leveling between 35 and 50 has become extremely costly. All drivers who leveled before Season 7, however, were allowed to keep their unlocked driver levels, star levels and crew member slots. The upgrade material change doesn't really have a particular effect on Oswald and Hortensia. It just becomes more expensive to level drivers between 35 and 50 in general. A noticeable difference, however, is that you will now need more shards to reach level 35 or 25, for example, with Oswald and Hortensia. The amount of shards needed to reach 2, 3 or 4 stars is the same. Instead of 25, 35 and 45, they however are only enough to reach 20, 30 and 40 instead. The bigger difference, however, got to be the inclusion of Oswald and Hortensia into the Racer Boost event. Twice a week you could theoretically earn 1 shard and a few hundred upgrade coins for them. Therefore, free-to-play players now finally have a sustainable method to gain shards for Oswald and Hortensia. Previously, the only non-paying way to gain shards for them, same as with all mid-season races, were events and Season 2 mission rewards. Racer Boost therefore helps making Oswald and Hortensia more viable for ranked. By the way, the racetrack for Oswald and Hortensia in Racer Boost is the Silver Screen map, which in the last video I had also recommended as the most fitting for Oswald. That being said, there are however 2 downsides to this. For one, you can only use 3 to 4 drivers per Racer Boost event. This means you would have to really prioritize Oswald and Hortensia over most other drivers to make meaningful progress. Every level up between 30 and 40, for example, requires 5 shards, which take around 2.5 weeks to collect. I will therefore personally stop at level 35 for both, since the grind just takes too long and there are other drivers I also really want to boost. The other downside is that in Season 7, once again the average driver levels have been increasing in ranked mode. Even with a level 35, Oswald and Hortensia have often been facing drivers between level 40 and 50. This makes progressing towards the diamond ranks extremely difficult, and I honestly can't spot much difference in comparison to Season 5 and Season 6. Racer Boost allowed to level up Oswald and Hortensia further, but other drivers have been favored by the Season 7 changes much more. It all now comes down to matchmaking luck. With a lot of matchmaking luck, you might finally get Oswald and Hortensia to Diamond. Otherwise, however, they will remain stuck in Emerald, since the point loss is too big to outweigh their chaotic matchmaking. To even dream about champion ranks, you will probably need at least a 4-star level 40 plus Oswald and Hortensia. Even with my Mickey Mouse with much stronger crew members, I could only reach champion this season with a level 50 Mickey. For high top speed drivers like Jasmine or Christoph on the other hand, a level 40 was enough. The current Season 7 meta is punishing low top speed drivers even harder than before. The mid-season disadvantages of Oswald and Hortensia have unfortunately not been reduced in Season 7, so to be honest, Oswald and Hortensia might currently even require level 40 to realistically reach Diamond and 50 for Champion. I probably couldn't progress any further. For nearly all free-to-play players, this will be next to impossible. Let's hope Gameloft changes the meta again next season to allow low top speed drivers to become more competitive and hopefully discriminate mid-season racers less. The first might be possible, the later unfortunately sounds unlikely. Writing the scripts, recording, editing is always taking so long. When I'm nearly finished with the video, new updates have already turned up. During Season 8, Speedstorm will launch globally on mobile devices, which could bring a big influx of new players and which could potentially normalize the chaotic ranked matchmaking. This could not only help Oswald and Hortensia, but also many other drivers. Only time will tell, however. And recently, Gameloft gave away 5 Oswald shards via a gift code named RB-Racer2 Shard. I hope the code is still active when you see this video and might help you out. In this sense, once again, thanks for watching the video and I hope to see you on the next one.